Blues fans, how you doing? Your pal Joe Rossano, Joe Rossano's Orioles Report. You know, the Orioles just hit the weirdest stretch of April baseball like I've seen in years. So let's start here. We got Jackson Holliday. His rehab gets slammed to a halt. Now, I saw him on the bench, and I said to myself, gee, I guess they're calling Jackson up tomorrow. Nope, soreness in the right hand of the hammock bone. Well, they say it's normal, but again, just judging by what it looks like, middle of May to see our pal Jackson Holliday back. That is what I think. At least that's what it looks like. It looks like middle of May. All right. Now we got our manager, Craig Albernaz. His face is being held together by Lord knows what, 7 fractures in his face. You imagine that, walking around with 7 fractures in your face? And tonight in Cleveland, we got Shane Baz. Buckle up. This one's a little messy for Michael Sullivan and Matt Faulkner. I'm Joe Rossano. The Joe Rossano's Orioles Report is next. All right, O's fans, let's start with our pal Jackson Holliday because this is a headline nobody wanted. His rehab assignment got stopped, not paused, not tweaked, but stopped because the right wrist, it's barking again after that hammock bone surgery. Middle of May for Jackson Holliday. We move to Jordan Westburg. Folks, I think right about now, it might not be a bad idea to just consider life without Jordan Westburg. That's it. It's as easy as that. Coby Mayo is going to play third base. Blaze Alexander is going to play third base for the foreseeable future. And they might mix in Weston Wilson from time to time. But for all you older fans, Craig Nettles is not coming to the Orioles anytime soon. George Brett will not be here soon. Okay, so you just pray. All right, and right about now, Mayo starts hitting because I got to tell you what, folks, think about this. Coby Mayo was a blue chip prospect. He's a big guy, good looking, good jaw. Okay, good-looking girlfriend. He's got confidence. I mean, the fella should be hitting. Now, before we continue with fans like myself, fans talking to other fans, I kindly ask, folks, please subscribe, click like, comment, because I'll be back tomorrow, 1 p.m. live show tomorrow, your questions and comments. And please click the notification bell for all the latest episodes of Joe Rossano's Orioles Report. Again, from one fan talking to a bunch of other fans. It really helps on YouTube if you folks could be so kind. Just very quickly, back to Jackson Holliday, batting 167 in AAA. So, I mean, his swings, it just looks out of sync. All right. They're going to be very cautious. I mean, he's 21, 22 years old. You know, they are going to take their time. And I'm telling you, don't look for Jackson anytime soon. Maybe more towards June. Okay. So, you know, again, our manager's eating soft food. And Kyle Bradish, yesterday, first inning, 98 miles an hour. Looked great. I think his pitches are up. That seems to be the problem with Kyle Bradish. And now let me tell you, an even bigger problem is this guy is either your number 2 or number 1 guy. About 40, 44, 45 starts, sub 3 ERA. Okay. Third or fourth runner up in 2023 to the Cy Young. I mean, this cat has front of the rotation stuff. I do hope he straightens it out because he is a major factor if the Orioles go to the postseason. Major factor. Shane Baz again going tonight. The 5-year contract extension. I didn't hate it, and I still don't. Shane Baz, quality pitcher. Quality pitcher can get the ball up there triple digits. But again, he's got electric stuff, but the numbers say he's just finding his footing, okay? 4.50 ERA, 1.56 whip. And then there's flashes of brilliance that are kind of mixed in there, okay? But the underlying metrics, the xERA, the velo, they say he's close. So he's right there, just needs to, clean up a little bit. And Shane Baz should be fine for the remainder of the season. Now, let's talk about some of the things your pal Joe Rossano has just been right about. I know many of you who watch probably say, that Michael Sullivan, he's all right. That Matt Faulkner, he's all right. But that Joe Rossano guy is like a wizard. I've got to tell you, folks, I was just born with this natural understanding of Orioles baseball since I was 5 years old. So here we go. I said, don't worry about the bullpen. The bullpen will be fine. Okay. For the exception of surprise, Tyler Wells, folks, Rico Garcia, among others. Wow, Ryan Helsley, back end of the bullpen. I don't hate it. I don't hate it at all. At all. And Kittredge is on his way back. Okay, he's on a rehab assignment in Norfolk. Pitched, I think, 2 1/3 innings. Gave up 1 run to 5 strikeouts. He is on his way back. And again, I'm not worried, believe it or not, about the Orioles bullpen. Okay, Yanier Cano pitching well. God bless him, pitching well. It's the rotation that I'm worried about. And I was worried about the rotation, those fans, before the injury. And you know what injury I'm talking about. Before Zach Eflin blew out his elbow. I got to tell you, folks, that's a massive loss. It's a massive loss. 2025 opening day starter, Zach Eflin. Jim Palmer says he knows how to pitch. He does. I mean, his stuff in his first start, is before he, again, had to get Tommy John surgery against Texas. Outstanding stuff. Outstanding stuff. And again, that is a huge loss right there. When you lose, everybody says you're number 5 star. No, he wasn't. No, he wasn't. He was your number 3, closer to a 2 than a 3. Okay. That's what you lost. All right. Cade Povich, God bless him, pitched well. Say what you want about Dean Kramer. Dean Kramer, probably the most reliable Oriole pitcher over the past several seasons. Most reliable guy. Career ERA about 4.1. I've always said this. He was a free agent. He'd probably get $75 million somewhere. 9 strikeouts over 5 innings. Did get touched up with the home run. But again, Dean Kramer, don't hate him. But, I was very happy to see Cade Povich pitch well. I mean, I got to tell you, folks, okay, even like a number 5 guy or a swing guy, if Cade Povich can pitch well this season, massive help. Massive help. It really is. And I got to tell you, Arizona, they can hit. Those cats can hit. Those cats can pitch. They got some guys in the bullpen that throw all kind of weird pitches. And again, pretty good rotation. Didn't even see Zach Gallen. And again, at the end of the day, folks, I'm worried more about the rotation than I am about the bullpen. As strange as that may sound, because 2 things. Number one, Trevor Rogers can't pitch every day, and he's not. Okay, I'm telling you, he's not going to finish the season with like a 1.8 ERA, folks. He's just not. That's the bottom line. And again, he needs help. He needs help. Kyle Bradish has got to pitch better. He really does. I'm telling you, O's fans, fan to fan, we need him. We really, really need him, guys. We really, really do. And again, it's the bullpen. It's been pretty good. Now, yesterday, again, but it always goes back to Tyler Wells. I don't know if it's Tommy John that's got him, if he's a starter and he's just not a bullpen guy or what it is. But Tyler Wells has pitched extremely poorly. And that's unfortunate. That really, really is. So tonight, Shane Baz, the Cleveland Guardians, another good team, good hitting team right there. And they have an electric bullpen. They always have. So, what am I disappointed about? Okay, I'm going to tell you right now. Let this be the sound bite. Let this be what you remember the show by. I love Pete Alonso. It's a polar bear. We got the polar bear in Baltimore. That is beautiful. I would have rather had a front of the rotation starting pitcher. If I could trade it right now, that's exactly what I would do. Really. I love Pete Alonso. I really, really do. Okay. But, Coby Mayo playing first base, even not hitting all that well. Okay. You'd be surprised what a quality starting pitcher can hide. He can hide the fact that your first baseman doesn't have 40 home runs. He can. He can hide the fact that Westburg's out. That type of thing. When you got 2 to 3 quality starting pitchers. Moneyball. All right. Remember that movie Moneyball? Okay. My bar is here. Okay. Remember that? It wasn't on base percentage, for crying out loud. It didn't hurt. Okay. But what Moneyball left out, right, was Hudson, Zito, and Mulder. 3, not 1, not 2, 3 quality number 1 starting pitchers. That's why the A's won 100 games. It wasn't because David Justice walked and they forget about Miguel Tejada, practically the MVP. Eric Chavez, 34 home runs, back at a bullpen. Chad Bradford, our old friend Chad Bradford, Billy Koch, the closer. So here we go. 6 innings, 7 innings out of the starter. You're up by a run, ball game over. Orioles 2023. The Orioles 2023. When it got to the 8th inning, Yanier Cano and Felix Bautista, the mountain, we miss him bad. Hope he's doing well. Ball game. Why do the Orioles win 100 games? That's why. Right there. You get a lead in the late innings and game's over. And that is what we need right now. We need our starters to go 6 quality innings. Okay. Cade Povich on Sunday. You see what happened? You see how we won the ball game? That's how you win. You win on the bump, folks. You win on the bump. I'll be back tomorrow, 1 p.m. right here. Okay. YouTube.com at Joe Rossano's Orioles Report, Facebook /Joe Rossano, Twitch at Joe Rossano's Orioles Report. What else? Where else am I? I'm all over the place. X at Real Joe Rossano. That again is X at Real Joe Rossano. And on Instagram, Joe Rossano's Orioles Report. So I'm everywhere. Tune in live tomorrow. And let me tell you what you're going to be able to do. I'm going to put this in the comments. You're going to be able to click a link and talk to me real time. Voice. I'm talking like calling in 105.7, the fan. That's Joe Rossano, the fan. That's what you're going to be able to do tomorrow. You're going to be able to talk to me and say, Rossano, you don't know what you're talking about. That Michael Sullivan guy knows everything. You're dumb, Rossano. I love it. I love it. I would love to hear from you. I really, really would. And we'll be back in the next few days. We're going to be doing post-game. We're going to be doing pre-game with the brilliant Michael Sullivan, the handsome Matt Faulkner. And I want to end the show like this. O's fans, let me make a few comments here. I just wanted to tell you, and this is sincere, the bottom of my heart stuff, how much I graciously and wholeheartedly appreciate all of you, all the comments, all the subscribers, all the viewers, all the kind words. And you guys have been, a lot of you have just been so kind. And what you have said is absolutely true. This isn't massing, okay? This isn't, right? We are fans. Michael Sullivan, Matt Faulkner, Joe Rossano, we're fans. We're fans. And always thrilling to have Sean Ferguson, Orioles Today on. That's he's amazing too. We're fans talking to other fans. And again, thank you so much for everything. I graciously, wholeheartedly appreciate it. Tonight, Orioles in Cleveland, Shane Baz. I think game starts at either 6:05 or 6:35 tonight. As always, Birdland. Oh, speaking of Birdland, tomorrow, Birdland Mailbag with your pal, Joe Rossano. 1 p.m. Don't forget to tune in, folks. YouTube at the Joe Rossano Show. Facebook, Joe Rossano. I'm easy to find. I'll put some links out here. I sent out an invitation to a lot of the followers. Again, as always, those fans, God bless you. Don't forget to adopt a pet. Little pets in cages. They would love for a nice Orioles fan to adopt one of them. Again, God bless you, O's fans, and we will see you next time.